I'd like you guys to go ahead and stop ads, and I'm going to share with you exactly why here in a second. But before we get to that, let me go ahead and just critique this. I think the reason why this is getting declined is anytime you make a comment about perceiving their mental state, Facebook looks at that pretty strongly. So I'm going to give you a few different options that you can rephrase this and reword it to not only work better on the Facebook platform, but hopefully it creates enough curiosity to follow through and want to go through the rest of the funnel. Because I think that's really what we're missing here. We're missing substance. The whole make $100,000 has been done so many times before. There's not a lot of sincerity behind it. And so what we need to do is come up with a different hook, a different angle, a different message that will entice them to watch the rest of the video. I think there's quite a bit of substance missing within the whole campaign that we can really use to push somebody along. And maybe that's the hook of how to identify teammates based off of their work ethic. Maybe that's, I don't know. We got to kind of think of something that's different that will help kind of blend all this stuff together a little differently. But that stuff aside, let's go ahead and jump into the funnel here. So again, the bulletproof process to creating a six-figure network in network marketing. Maybe our idea is, you know what, we address kind of what these people left their corporate world, or maybe they're still in the corporate world, to do this full time. And it feels a lot like their corporate world, you know, like they're having a lot of the same issues. The people aren't, if they get people, they're not sticking around and they're not invested in the process. And maybe that's the hook here, how to find people that invest into network marketing so that you can grow your team, you know, like that could be it. Like how to find people to fully invest in the network marketing so that they can grow their team to six figures and ultimately help you grow your six figures as well. So that could be the hook that you're looking for, but having that small change of perception, you know, like how to get them to fully invest and put their weight of their being behind this network marketing thing. Because I think a lot of people go into this stuff half-assed, you know, like they kind of like, oh, I'll try it. I'll see if it works for me. And if it doesn't, I still got my corporate job. And those are the people that you're losing. So I think that would be a better message than doing the whole six-figure thing, because I think it's already been watered down. Along those lines, I think that'll help out your opt-in rate. That's going to kind of keep that message going through. I've changed this picture up a little bit. I love you. I think you're a beautiful woman. I think this picture comes off a little like, it freaks me out a little bit. So we could figure out something to do there. The button, changing that to green. Green is synonymous with go. Let's change that to green. So we've got this whole register for this event. This is where I think your biggest issues are coming from. So you've got this page here that's really not doing anything for you other than costing you a bunch of money. Because what I have to do now is I've got to copy this link and put it into a separate browser in order to watch your webinar. That is a huge disconnect. And that is something that nothing else, if we change nothing else within your ads, we got to change this page, because it's not you're telling me that this is going to start at 9:30 a.m., but the page that I'm looking at here isn't going to redirect. It's just going to sit here and I've got to look at this page until it redirects. So what I would rather you have, and I'm going to show you an example of a funnel that's working really, really well right now. And it's got something similar, but I mean, the fact that I've got to highlight a link here, and then it goes to this, and now I've got to wait 15 minutes for this webinar to even start, is a huge disconnect. And so I want you to, whittle this time down. I mean, if I'm interested in your ad and I'm interested in your copy and I'm interested in opting in, I want to watch the video right now. So let's do that. Let's make that happen for them. Because if I'm having to sit around and wait for 15 minutes, then you're going to lose me. I guarantee it. Now, and again, we'll come back and I'll show you an example of a funnel that kind of has all the pieces that we're talking about here ironed out. But let's see, I've got my notes here. So I watched a little bit of your actual webinar here. So, and again, this countdown timer being on the previous page, I think would be a huge help. There's some other pieces within it that don't feel authentic to me. that's really important, especially if you're trying to build trust with these people. Like there, for example, there's a place where you ask everyone to type in sixes if they're excited, and no sixes pop up in the chat, and you kind of move on really quickly. Like you just say type sixes if you're excited, and then you give it maybe 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, and I'm like, okay, great, lots of sixes coming in, and there were literally no sixes that popped in. It looks very, very cheap and authentic. So I'd like you to change that. There's another part where you say the results aren't typical. That's not what I want to hear. I want to know that these are typical results. And the way you can phrase that is say that, like, these are typical results for people that actually do the work, put the effort in, do exactly what we're telling you to do. These are typical results, and you're going to see all these results. So they're not typical for people that don't do the work, but your program teaches them how to take ownership and do the stuff. And for those people, these are very typical results. Otherwise, you're telling me how to make 6 figures in network marketing, and then you're saying that 6 figures in network marketing aren't typical. And that's a huge disconnect for you as well. Okay, so let's go to funnel closer. All right, so here's the opt-in. This is the funnel that I wrote here. And this has like a 34% opt-in rate. So here we go. We've got how to build a rinse and repeat money printing side hustle that actually works. There's a few pieces of psychology that we're addressing here. One, anyone that hits your page, they're going to be skeptical. You know, like it's just part of being human beings. It's part of, and this, I mean, no one buys stuff hook, line, and sinker right off the bat, and that's important to address and call that out in the open. And you'll see down here in a few minutes, we address that skepticism again. But I mean, they've seen it all. They see all the stuff, and they're willing to invest into something from a time standpoint if they have some inclination that this stuff actually works. And so then we further go on to give them exactly what they're going to learn, a step-by-step guide to broker websites. I mean, there's no ounce of mystery there. Like, I mean, there is in what they'll learn, but there's no ounce of okay, what exactly am I going to learn on this webinar? And this spells it out for them. So being really clear with your message and really clear with how this is going to work. Obviously, this is put in there to help kind of raise their interest even further, raise their curiosity even further. And then the biggest piece to this is this. If you can identify with who people think they are, then you're going to win their hearts. So people think that they're smart. So let's not hide around that. Let's not try to shuffle that under the let's call them out on it. Let's like, okay, yeah, skepticism is healthy. Like, healthy skepticism is something that I think really is a part of human nature. So let's just call that out in the open and say, yeah, it's okay to be skeptical. And I mean, I don't have any problems with you ripping this part off verbatim. So, and then, okay, so let's go into, so after they go through the opt-in, this probably should be a green button. It comes to here. We've got the countdown here. We've got Ryan talking to us. He's actually interacting with us at this point. So as soon as this hits, again, for your stuff, I'd rather them fire the video right away and get right to it. So there's less steps to take. There's no buttons, no links that I have to copy and paste into to get to where I need to go. And once you dial this stuff in, the flow is going to be so much less. You're not going to have nearly as many obstacles, and that's going to reflect with your engagement rates and ultimately sales. So I truly hope this helps. Please take it to heart. I really, hopefully this didn't come off as too harsh, but it's meant to kind of help you guys figure a lot of this stuff out. Again, pause ads, do it. Don't spend any more money on ads until we figure out the funnel. Make the changes, and then let's come back and review everything. Thanks.
All right, hey, if your business is doing $20,000 to $50,000 per month, and you're kind of like stuck in this little spot there. You're running most of the things by yourself. You're doing pretty well, but you don't really have like a team built, and you want to start scaling, and you know that paid traffic's going to allow you to do that, but you're just kind of not sure how to get that whole thing working, and how do you manage all of this along with everything that's on your plate. If that's you, then I've got something for you right now. What we've done is we put a program together that I call the Directive, and it's geared just for people like you that are in your spot right now. It's meant to help you get over that hump and be able to put the processes and systems in place that not only extend across your paid advertising, but also into the back end of your business so that you can scale up your business to the six-figure mark per month and beyond. That's exactly what this is designed for. And we've got a private group here that we've limited to 30 select entrepreneurs that are in that space right now where you're doing at least $20,000 per month and you want to start putting systems and people in place and start growing and scaling in a time leveraged manner using paid traffic and get to that six-figure per month mark. We're able to help our customers rapidly get to that mark inside of this program that we call the Directive. Now, like I said, it's limited to just 30 entrepreneurs that fit this criteria. And even though you may have these base criteria here, we still may not be a good fit. So if you're in that spot and you would like to work with me and my team in a one-to-one manner on your ads, your offers, and your funnels, along with the back end of your business so that we can get you in that spot where we can take you from where you are now to six figures plus per month, then go ahead and click the link that we're going to put in the comments below this video, and it's going to take you out to a page where you can apply to talk with one of us on the team. You may talk to me, and you may end up talking to one of my other team members who is one of our qualified trainers, also an agency owner, very good friend of mine. We will only work with the best people. You may talk to me or one of those trainers, and we'll talk about your business and see if this is a good fit for you or not. We'll answer all your questions, make it real simple. Like I said, only if you meet that criteria. You got to be doing at least $20,000 per month, and you want to start putting systems and stuff in place so that you can leverage paid traffic and get to six figures per month. All right? So if you meet that criteria and you want to talk further, see if the Directive is a good fit for you, fill out the form below. We'll get on the phone, talk with you, see if it's a good fit. If it is, we can talk about what it would look like to move forward so that we can help you more one-to-one, get to where you want to be. To the victor belong the spoils. This is Jason Hornung.